Hello Gemini, Gemini Sun Moon Rising, here to do your new moon oracle reading for September 2022. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to subscribers. Welcome to anyone new to my channel. If you are or have been subscribed or if you're new to my channel and you don't know, I am a reader that is called in and out of this collective work for the zodiac. So usually I'm noticing over the last couple of years of returning to YouTube, because I used to be that YouTube reader that would post consistently and as well offered personal readings over the net and was monetized and all of that. But I was pulled away from it, and there's now a large amount of people on YouTube who are making this their hustle or their career, and that's fine, but I always say no, don't become dependent on these readings. You know, it's here for those that need clarity, confirmation, forewarning, or encouragement, but you should always be working to hone in into your own intuition and discernment rather than being dependent on another person to speak into your life. You know, it's good to practice that willpower and free will and utilize, you know, being the leader of your own life instead of, you know, just being dependent on these. And I say that as a reader. So I'm going to clarify with the Moonology cards. And also, just to mention, if you're curious about the timing, I would be usually doing these. It is like during the autumn and winter months that I'm really called strongly, and I'm compelled to do them. Not to say that I wouldn't do them at any other time of the year, like, you know, early in the year, spring, summer. I could pop in here and there. It just really depends. So if that's something that you can understand and it is helpful to you, I do welcome you to subscribe, because I don't plan on getting rid of this channel, but there are going to be times that I'm called away from it. So I do appreciate your patience with me, for those of you who do know. And let's get started with this, Gemini. New moon in Libra is going to be highlighting your 5th house of romance, fun, creativity. Children is also self-expression and fertility as well. So in your recent past, we have metamorphosis with the Emperor. So immediately I'm getting, for those of you coupled, there has been a change that you've noticed in your partner. Your partner may have become a bit more, I want to say, take charge. They could have taken more of a charge in this house for you, as far as like planning events and things for you to have fun and do things with each other, planning dates. Or you could have been the one. It's like there's been some type of change in who's taking charge and leadership in the relationship, as far as, you know, making those plans to have fun. If you're not coupled, then this could have been some other type of metamorphosis. That, and for some of you, there's a change in your work, your job. For some of you, there's been a change in what actually attracts you to a person, or stirs your passions for someone. Again, this is a house of fun and romance. So something has shifted or changed within yourself, or within another around you, as it comes to this. And I really feel it's like in who is taking charge. Also, I'm getting, for some of you Gemini who usually do the approaching, maybe someone else has approached you this time, or vice versa. You don't usually approach someone, but maybe something within you changed and you took charge and you approached someone. So let's look at the current energy, current point of advantage here. You do have Spirit of Place with the King of Pentacles. strong feeling of security within yourself, what you have and what you can acquire. Your confidence is very stable, and there's this firm foundation that you have about your sense of self and knowing your worth, knowing your value, and not settling for less. It's a really good energy here for those of you who are Gemini single and dating, because you're in the position where you will you have the highest potential to attract the greatest good to you. So that's good. Some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, or again, you're just feeling very grounded and grounded in your relationship. For those of you who are coupled, you might be feeling, especially for you feminines, that your if there's the masculine taking place is taking his space, is giving you this opportunity to fall into your femininity and allow him to lead, if that's the type of dynamic that you want, or vice versa here. So there's also seems to be just this comfortability in knowing that what's yours is yours, and can't be taken away from you. There's this comfort that you feel within yourself and with those that you're interacting with, that leaves no room for real insecurity here. So that's a real positive energy here for you, Geminis. What we have for your unexpected, or I'm sorry, this is actually your challenge or your resistance. It is storm fields and the Seven of Pentacles. And I'm really getting a message with this, that the challenge or resistance is like anticipating that, okay, things are good now, but what's going to be the next storm, you know? And it's good to be, I guess, you don't want to be pessimistic. You don't want to look for there to be bad things that happen, but that's just kind of the ebb and flow of the universe sometimes, just to keep things in balance. It can't always be sunshine, but it isn't always rain either. So patience with this is, if it's a challenge for you. Some of you could be feeling, and storm fields is a clashing of energies. It's when opposing energies come together and clash to create this storm, but afterwards there is a cleansing. Some of you could be dating or seeing someone where the physical aspect or intimacy has been put off or is being delayed. And that could be causing some internal stress or anxiety, waiting for someone. Some of you could be dealing with someone who's at a distance. That's possible too. Some of you are dealing with someone at a distance where waiting to become physical is just what your circumstance is. So some of you, I feel like your challenge or resistance is anticipating drama when there is none, or creating drama where there is none, or planting seeds of it. Or there could be some that is gonna pop up for some of you with this new cycle in your romance. But we'll look further to see if there's any further information on it. But having the patience to weather the storms as well. Could be a challenge or resistance that is a pattern in your dating life or in your relationships, okay? And this house also rules, okay, fertility. So I don't know if any of you Gemini are concerned about that, but there could be, I feel like this is saying that you're in a good place or in a secure place for children. There could be a clash of where someone wants to wait and someone's ready now. That could be also a challenge or resistance within a connection that you have, or a connection that is on the horizon. So let's look at what we have for your unexpected help. We have ghost lands with the Ace of Swords. Okay. So this is telling me with the ghost lands that with it being an unexpected help, it's almost as if, it's kind of like time standing still. It's not like there's no rush for anything, but the way things are, like, there's something here that's like it'll never be the way it used to be. there's some type of breakthrough or change or like turning of a corner with a connection. It's like things are not the way they used to be. So something that you, like a place you used to go, um, where there was once activity, there's no longer activity there. That could be a good thing. So there's some clarity about the past and the present and where you are right now. Not, not being judged for the past. Um, Attracting someone who understands that um, different people in different situations can bring out different sides of people, especially for you, Gemini. Um, I feel this is like a truth or a breakthrough being, and for some of you it's an enlightenment, it's an insight. For some of you it's a breakthrough in a communication from someone who could pop up like a ghost to you. And that could be, don't let that make you nervous or anything like that. It's I feel like it's indicating a change, but a positive change, where something ends but something new begins. I feel for some of you, Gemini, who's concerned about a partner's ex or someone that they have children with, you'll get the truth of this, that what they had is no longer. Like there's this clear-cut understanding that what they had is no more and it'll no longer be the same. So there is a clarity here that they're moving on. Um, Might come back to that. It is unexpected help. So I just feel like the truth, a truth or some type of barrier, or truth or understanding about the past clears your mind and clears your head about moving forward with someone. What we have for your advice is Magical Map Shifter with the Hanged Man. And these cards go very well together because the Hangman, it's about sacrifice, but also having a different perspective and having a different viewpoint and perception than everyone else. And then the Magical Map Shifter literally shifts where things are on the map. So there's something here where it's like you change the advice is like change your direction and change your perception. Something here about your plans and them not necessarily, like, be ready to go with the flow. Be ready to change plans. Be ready to change direction. Be ready to change the whole map entirely. There's something here where there's like, and as well too, there's something is like kind of stand out, and there is maybe some type of sacrifice that you will be needing to make in regards to a connection. I mean, this is your house of, like, again, creativity, fun. Some of you could be divinely inspired by the past or by a story or by a past relationship when it comes to your creative expression. And you can change things with this perspective or this expression of your creativity. But it's also taking a time out as well. Obviously, if you are shifting something in your life, then there's a need to take a step back. Don't let anyone rush you into a new relationship, Gemini, if you are. Because again, you are in this position, this is your point of advantage, is that you're in the spirit of place and you have the King of Pentacles. There's no desperate energy about you. So anyone kind of trying to come in and rush into things, yeah, some of you, okay, I'm seeing it clear now. Some of you have this thing where you're attracting people who are maybe wanting to get close to you and are being very impatient about it. Don't let anyone rush you into doing anything you don't want to do, because I feel like that's also an unexpected help for you, because if someone is not willing to be patient with you and allow you to make your choice and decision on whether or not you want to move forward with them, then you can wield your sword and say, okay, well then you're out of the picture. And what does that make that, kind of dwindles down who will be there for you, or who will be that patient, and will. So yeah, take your time and make change of plans if you need to. Just because, someone maybe get you to agree to a date, and maybe that's something here that's different with this whoever who approached who, and it could be vice versa in any role, but it could be different, like it changed, some type of role change there. But there still could be some kind of adjustments where something, again, if it doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to pull back and say pause, like this has to shift, or maybe something needs to be course corrected in the way a relationship began or started, or how the dynamics was set. Okay, so where things are headed, should you continue on this course, Gemini, it's wide open with the Four of Pentacles. So this is kind of like a little contradictory in the sense, because wide open is definitely a different type of energy than being, closed in and holding back. This is, the Four of Pentacles is about holding back. So it's almost as if you're trying to do two opposite actions at the same time. If anyone would probably be able to pull that off, it would be you, Gemini. But I feel like this is a sense that there's a freedom and as well as a stability balance that you could be establishing within a partnership. Like the possibilities are endless with wide open. You're open to the possibilities, but there's also this firm foundation that you're holding on to. You could be trying new things, but then there's some things that are tried and true that you're trying to stick with. It's like I'm kind of like getting a conservative with liberal ways, or tendencies, something like that. So and I know I touched on fertility. I don't really like to get into the medical part of things because, like, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a reader here. But I am seeing some type of possibility of... Well, let's move on to your moon message. Again, I don't want to... I do feel like there's some type of breakthrough coming in with those of you who may be concerned about fertility and children and having a child, and maybe being patient, but now it's kind of coming into a time where there may be some concerns or worries. There might be something that needs to shift, or seeking an alternative, and being open to some type of method that could help you. Some of you could come up with some type of solution, because I'm getting just the sense of someone who's listening to this reading, or who's going to listen to this reading, who maybe experienced some loss in the past. And there's something here that if you shifts, if you try an alternative, then there could be a chance of, or it opens up your possibilities of keeping what you fertilize, and if that makes sense. So that was the message. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's what I was trying to get out. Okay. Oh, all right. That was fast. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Now, this is okay. So I do feel like, yeah, look at the bigger picture. You would, and if the advice is to, the magical map shifter, you're definitely like in a higher view of things. Full moon in Sagittarius may be very significant as far as there being a culmination of events, or something that allows you to be in that space where you can see the bigger picture. That's also where this is leading here, as far as being wide open. You're in your stance is that of above the struggles, above the obstacles, where now you can see clear, you can see the bigger picture, and hold on to that vision. That's also could be what, hold on to what it is that you value, Gemini. And again, don't let anyone take you off that track of what you value, or again rush you into things. There's, again, timing is coming into play, and you wielding your sword with whichever way is going to be necessary for you. Not being stuck in the past. I feel like that's another thing that's an unexpected help. Realizing that, there could be a breakthrough or change in someone. Um, in essence, with that change, when someone else changes, because again, some of you are dealing with a partner who has changed in the way that they approach your relationship. They've been taking the lead more in, like, maybe planning your dates or doing fun things. And in that case, that may have you, like, stepping back a bit, giving you a chance to take care of other areas within the relationship, step back and allow as well too with the hangman, sacrifice that need to control. That could be something here that your partner or your next partner is going to be allowing you to do as far as what it is that you're going to be attracting. So again, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius, and that's all I have for you, Gemini. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another series soon. If you're interested in that, I do welcome you to subscribe. Take care.